Right, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Warren's Team Talk. Listen, guys, I'm really sorry. I know I'm really late. I don't know what happened. I completely forgot about it. It's so embarrassing. It really is. All I can say is I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. So yeah, but thank you very much for all coming in. I really do appreciate it. And let's quickly go through the chats and whatnot. So Jez says afternoon. Yeah, more like early evening now due to my lateness. And I am really sorry, everyone. It's completely unexcusable, but there you go. Del Boy says hi, Jez. Del Boy Gunner TV. Hi, mate. Carl Walsh. Hi, Jez. How are you, mate? Hi, Del Boy. How are you, mate? Jez says, Carl Walsh. Hi, Carl. Hope you're well. Carl Walsh says, good stuff, Jez. All good, mate. I was on the Old School Gunner Arsenal channel this morning, giving out about the state of the club. If you get a chance later, have a look. Mate, that stream you did was really good. You did really well, and I really like what you were saying. I absolutely loved it. And Carl Walsh says, I mean Old School Gunner. No, you were brilliant, mate. Absolutely superb. Carl Walsh, I will, mate, says Jez. Yeah, Jez, it's fantastic, honestly. Carl Walsh, just sub to that channel, mate. Says Jez. Yeah, Jez, it's a great channel. You see, it's bizarre. He done all these videos about 4 or 5 years ago. And if you look at them and listen to them, you wouldn't have any clue that he's not talking about the club as it is now. Because nothing's changed. It's just absolute madness. And Carl says, hi, he's good, Jez. I might put a smile on your face. You know me. I loses the call. Speak from the heart. When is your Chapman video, mate? Is it tonight or tomorrow? Tonight, mate, at 7. Yeah, I'll make sure that I'm not late for that one, Jez. Oh, my God. I've never, ever been this late for a stream before. It's terrible. Ty says, hi, Jez. Hi, Del Boy. Cal, how are you lot doing? It is really embarrassing. Jesus Christ. Jez says, Ty saying, hi, mate. I hope you're good. I hope you're okay. Ty says, I'm good, Jez. Del Boy Gunner, look like we have a free class teacher not here. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Del Boy Gunner TV. Yes, looks like it, Del Boy. It's embarrassing. You're fine, Ron. You're here now. That's the main thing. I am, yeah, but I don't like doing shit like this. It's not acceptable. Chike Oniyuku says, hey, Ron, do you mind if you get me on? Because I want to say something to say that will only take 5 minutes. Mate, that's absolutely fine. If you want to send me, I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. Okay. Put your if you send me your email address, all right, to this email that I'm putting in the chat, and then I will send you the link. How's that? There you go. Let me know when you've sent it, and then I'll go and do the necessary. All right, mate? I hope that's okay. Sounds good, says GK. And we're on big up, and everyone in the chat says Craig Malloy. And Old School Gunner says, go on, Wazza. Nice to see you, Old School. Right, so. Oh, boy says, oh, I'm getting the popcorn out. Cheeky coming on. Yeah, he's sound, man. He's a top man. I like him. Right, so let's get on with the show. So the fixtures for this Premier League weekend. we've got 12:30 on Saturday. We've got Newcastle against Liverpool. Then we've got 4 3:00 kickoffs, which are Aston Villa against Norwich, Southampton against Crystal Palace, Watford against Burnley, and Wolves against Brighton. Then there's a 5:30 kickoff, which is Leeds against Manchester City. And then on Sunday, we've got 2 2:00 kickoffs, which are Everton against Chelsea, Tottenham against Leicester. Then there's a 4:30 kickoff on Sunday as well, which is West Ham against Arsenal. And then on Monday at 8:00, it's Man United against Brentford. So, and Chike says he's just sent the email. Right, okie doke. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to send you the link, mate. So just give me 2 secs while I do that. Right. Only problem is my email isn't opening. Right, hold on. Maybe it's because I've got too many of these windows open. So let me close some of these windows. Sorry about this, guys. Right, let's try it again. No. Right, okay, it's open now. Right, 2 secs, guys, while I just go and do this. Hold on. I'm trying to see if it's in my junk because I don't seem to have received it. No, I haven't received it, Chike. Right. No, I haven't received it. Chike, look, people, I was nearly 50 minutes late to start this. So is there any chance we can do this another time? Is that all right? Because I haven't got the email. Let's just try it one more time. No, it's not there. No, I haven't received it, Chike, I'm afraid. It's not there. I'd like to have you on so you can talk about whatever it is that you want to. Sorry about that, mate. So, Ty says, big up Craig. Hi, Warren. And Ty, hi, Chike. How are you, bro? And Ty, big up Craig. And Chike, great Ty. Right, okay. So, yeah, Chike, I never received the email, mate. Yeah, that's the email address as well. So I don't know what happened. Sometimes it does take a while. I'll keep checking. And while I'm on, and if it comes in, then I'll send you the link, but I can't send it to you just yet. Right, okie doke. So now the Premier League's table as of 2 days ago when I did this, Manchester City were top, Liverpool was second, Chelsea were third and Arsenal were fourth. Arsenal 2 points ahead of Tottenham. They both played the same amount of games, but they've got to play each other yet at White Hart Lane. So that will be interesting. So yeah, that will be really, really interesting. And then West Ham and Manchester United are just behind Tottenham and Arsenal. And Arsenal playing West Ham this weekend, as we saw, the London Stadium. So that'd be a very interesting clash. If West Ham win that game, it will take them up to 55. That take them up to 5 points within Arsenal, and there'll be 3 points behind Spurs. So it's a massive game for both clubs. But yeah, that would be interesting. Craig Lloyd says, big up Warren, big up, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Craig. Delboy Gunner, I'm getting... yeah, well, if I get the email, I'll be able to get him on. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Tobe saying, hi, Chike, how are you, bro? Tobe, big up. Right, great, Tobe. That's fine. I'm just going to say that Klopp signed a new deal to 2026, which means that Arsenal will officially be finished, and it will be 24 years that they will not win a league title. Well, there you go. That says it all, doesn't it? Another unwanted record for this manager. So, exactly. But anyway, so let's move on. Now, down the bottom end of the table, in the bottom three, we've currently got Everton, Watford and Norwich. Norwich are on 21 points, haven't played 33 games. Watford are on 22 points, and they played 33 games. And Everton have played 32 games and have 29 points. And they're 2 points behind Burnley, but they have a game in hand. So it's getting really tight between those two. I think, now you're looking at 8 points between Everton, third bottom, and Norwich, who are bottom. So Norwich are now 10 points away from Burnley, who are 17th. So it's looking like Norwich are done. Looks like they're probably gone now. I think that gap's way too big, to be frank. Leeds, they're 3 points ahead of Burnley, but they're not still out of it by any stretch of the imagination. So it's getting very tight down there, and it looks increasingly worrying. If I was in one of those supporter of one of those sides, I'd be really concerned. So let's move on. So the current form for the sides involved in the fixtures this weekend, we've got Newcastle against Liverpool. That's first up. And Newcastle have won their last 5 home games. They've beaten Aston Villa 1-0, Brighton 2-1, Wolves 1-0, Leicester 2-1, and Crystal Palace 1-0. Their leading goal scorer is Callum Wilson with 6 goals from 15 starts, and they're currently sat 9th in the table, which is incredible when you think about that how long ago it was they were sitting in the bottom 3. It was quite recently they were still sat in the bottom 3. I think at the turn of the year when they were still in the bottom 3. I might be wrong, but I think it was then. And then you've got the last 5 away games for Liverpool. You've got they've won 4 and drawn 1. They've won 3-1 at Crystal Palace, 1-0 at Burnley, 2-0 at Brighton, 2-0 at Arsenal, and drew 2-2 with Manchester City. Mohamed Salah has scored 30 goals from 40 starts and 43 appearances in total, and they're currently sat in second. So yeah, it looks like it could be an interesting game at St James's Park. So something's got to give, that's for sure. Now if we move on to the next one, it's Aston Villa against Norwich, and both sides are not in good form at all. And Villa's last 5 home games have seen them draw 3-3 with Leeds. They've lost 1-0 to Watford. They've won 4-0 against Southampton, lost 1-0 to Arsenal, and lost 4-0 to Spurs. And their leading goal scorer is Ollie Watkins. He scored 8 goals from 30 appearances, and they're currently sitting in 15th position. Norwich, on the other hand, their away form, they've lost 3-1 at Liverpool, 2-0 at Southampton, 2-1 against Leeds. They drew 0-0 with Brighton and lost 3-2 at Manchester United. And their leading goal scorer is Timo Pukki. He scored 10 goals from 33 starts and 3 substitute appearances. And they're currently sat bottom of the table. And Villa are sat 15th. So the next game... Now, I just wanted to say about this one as well. It's a massive game for Norwich. I mean, I think realistically they're down already, but they could still pull it mathematically. They could still pull it out the bag, but it will be an incredible escape story if they manage to pull it off now. But Villa, they need to get their act together, because if they don't, they could easily get sucked into it, to be quite frank. Southampton against Crystal Palace. Both sides, and again, Southampton are in quite poor form, very inconsistent. They've won recently in their last 5 home games. They've won 2-0 against Norwich, lost 2-1 to Newcastle, lost 2-1 to Watford, and lost 6-0 to Chelsea, and then 1-0 against Arsenal. The fact that they beat us 1-0, and yet Watford were able to go there and get a win, and Newcastle were... that just sums it up for me. It really does. No disrespect to Watford and Newcastle, but we should be doing better than those 2 clubs at the St Mary's Stadium. But anyway, their leading goal scorer this season is James Ward-Prowse. He scored 10 goals from 37 starts and 1 substitute appearance, and they're currently sat 13th in the table. Crystal Palace, they've lost of their last 5 away games. They've drawn 1, which was 0-0 at Brentford. They won 4-1 at Watford. They won 2-0 at Wolves. They lost 2-1 at Leicester and 1-0 at Newcastle. They're currently sat in 14th position in the table, and their leading goal scorer is Wilfried Zaha, and he scored 12 goals from 28 starts and 1 substitute appearance. And Del Boy says that's depressing, GK. It is, mate. It really is. It is very depressing. 100% is depressing. So, yeah, there you go. Probably it's better not to dwell on that too much, to be quite frank. Anyway, Watford against Burnley. Massive game at the bottom of the table. A real 6-pointer, this one. Watford are only a point ahead of Norwich. And again, for them, if they had any chance whatsoever, and I think it's very remote now, of them getting out of the relegation zone, they need to start stringing win after win after win together. But I just don't think it's going to happen, to be quite frank. Their last 5 home games have seen them lose 2-0 to Brighton, 4-1 to Crystal Palace, 3-2 to Arsenal, 3-0 to Leeds, and 2-1 to Brentford. Their leading goal scorer is Emmanuel Dennis. He scored 10 goals from 28 starts and 5 substitute appearances, and they're currently set 19th in the table. Burnley have, in their last 5 away games, they won 3-0 at Brighton. They drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace. They lost 2-0 at Brentford, lost 2-0 at Norwich, and drew 1-1 at West Ham. Their leading goal scorer is Jay Rodriguez. He scored 7 goals from 17 starts and 16 substitute appearances, and they're currently sat 17th in the table. So there you go. That's Watford and Burnley, and who knows what's going to happen in this game. Anything could happen, but I suspect that Burnley might just edge it, but who knows? And like I say, yeah, I think that Watford are practically down, but if they can string a consistent run of wins together, they might get themselves out of it, but I really doubt that's going to happen. So next game is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton and Hove Albion. What a mouthful that is. So Wolves' last 5 home games have seen them win 2-1 against Leicester, lose 2-0 to Crystal Palace, win 4-0 against Watford, leads 3-2 against Leeds, and win 2-1 against Aston Villa. Their leading goal scorer is Daniel Podence. He scored 6 goals from 17 starts and 10 substitute appearances. Excuse me. And they're sat 7th in the league. Brighton, their away form is more or less the same, very inconsistent. They've lost 2-0 at Manchester United, 2-1 at Newcastle. They won 2-1 against Arsenal at the Emirates. They won 1-0 at Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and lost 3-0 at Manchester City. Their leading goal scorer this season has been Neil Maupay. He scored 9 goals from 33 appearances, and they currently sit 11th. They currently sit 11th in the table. So Leeds against Manchester City. And really, to be frank, I can only really see this going one way, to be honest, but you never know. Leeds' last 5 home games, they've lost 4-2 to Manchester United, and they lost 4-0 to Tottenham. They've lost 3-0 to Aston Villa. They won 2-1 against Norwich and drew 1-1 with Southampton. Their leading goal scorer is Rafinha. He scored 10 goals from 31 appearances, and they're currently sat 16th. Then Carl Walsh says, big up, Ron. Great stuff as usual, mate. Thank you, Carl. I'm glad you like it, mate. And Taib says, Josh and Stan should be executed off out loud. Jesus, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh, Taib. Mate, I want them gone, but I don't want them bloody murdered. Anyway, so Man City's last 5 away games have seen them win 1-0 at Everton. They drew 0-0 at Crystal Palace. They drew 2-2 at... no, that's wrong. They drew 2-2 at home with Liverpool. That's completely wrong. Sorry about that, guys. They won 3-0 at Brighton, and they won 5-1 at Watford. I think those fixtures are wrong, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I think they might be the other way round. But anyway, so Man City's leading goal scorer this season is Riyad Mahrez. He scored 23 goals from 43 appearances, and they're currently sat top of the league. And I'm probably sat the top of the league for F-ups, to be quite honest. Jesus. And Carl Walsh says, I hope you enjoyed the stream this morning, mate. Mate, it was wild. I loved listening to you talking about Arsenal. It's superb, mate. There's no holding back with you, mate. That's what I like. No filters. You just tell exactly what's on your mind, and I love it. And I just wish a few more of our fans were as honest about things as what you are. Because if the truth be known, I reckon there's loads more people who think the same as what you do, but they're more interested in presenting a certain persona to everyone than what they are about talking the truth. And it really, really annoys me, to be quite frank. Carl Walsh says, big up Taib and Craig. And Taib says, big up Carl. Absolutely, 100%. And Craig Malloy says, Carl Walsh, big up. Yeah, so anyone who hasn't done it already, please, 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 can I ask you to go and subscribe to Carl Walsh Arsenal. He's got a channel. He's going to be launching it again soon, I believe, and it's going to be imminent. I know I keep saying that, but it is. So, yeah, and it's going to be excellent. I'm sure of that. And he'll be absolutely smashing it out of the park every single time he uploads a video. And then there's Delboy Gunner TV as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. His channel is absolutely superb. And that video that you did, was it yesterday or earlier today when you was on with Zach? That was fantastic, mate. And you were hitting the nail. You were hitting the nail on the head time and time and time again. There's all these nails in a row and you were going bang, 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 hitting them all on the head. It was superb. And also, everyone, Jez has got a channel as well. Jez Collin. It's called Arsenal, the History and More. He's doing a video tonight at 7 o'clock. And it's all about the Herban Chapman era. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. Please make sure you go and check that out. And if you haven't done it already, please go and subscribe to Jesse's channel, Arsenal, the History and More. The link for all these channels that I've just mentioned are in the description of this video. All you need to do is click on the link and it will take you there so you can go and subscribe to them, watch their videos, pass their content around and all that sort of stuff. Make sure you subscribe to them, because their channels are great. Honestly, they really are. Anyway, so let's move on. Everton against Chelsea. Right, so Everton, they're currently sat 17th in the league. They're in... It's not right here. That's wrong. Everton aren't 17th. They're 18th people. Jeez, this is an absolute disaster class. They're currently sat 18th in the table. They're not 17th, despite what this screen's telling you. In their last 5 home games, they've lost 1-0 to Manchester City. They lost 1-0 to Wolves. They lost 1-0 to Newcastle. They won 1-0 against Newcastle, won 1-0 against Manchester United, and drew 1-1 with Leicester. Their leading goal scorer is Richarlison. He scored 7 goals in 25 appearances. And so, that's Everton's home form of late. Chelsea's last 5 away games have seen them draw 1-1 with Brighton. They won 1-0 at Crystal Palace, won 4-0 at Burnley, won 3-1 at Norwich, and won 6-0 at Southampton. Their leading goal scorer is now Kai Havertz. He's recently taken over from Romelu Lukaku. Kai Havertz has now scored 13 goals in 27 appearances, and they're currently sat 3rd in the table. So, and this is going to be a massive test for Everton. They really need to get something out of this game. But but I can't see it, to be honest. I think it's going to be a comfortable victory for Chelsea, if I'm being honest. Tottenham against Leicester. Tottenham, their last 5 home games have seen them lose 2-0 to Wolves. They won 5-0 against Everton. They won 3-1 against West Ham. They won 5-1 against Newcastle. They lost 1-0 against Brighton. Their leading goal scorer this season, no surprise there, is Harry Kane. He scored 22 goals from 42 starts and 3 substitute appearances, and they're currently sat 5th in the table. Leicester, on the other hand, their last 5 away games have seen them win 2-0 at Burnley. They lost 2-0 at Arsenal. They drew 1-1 with Manchester United. They lost 2-1 to Newcastle and drew 1-1 with Everton. They've scored 14 goals from... James Maddison is their leading goal scorer. He scored 14 goals from 47 starts this season, and they're currently sat 10th in the table. So, yeah, and to be honest, again, I can't really see anything other than I think a Tottenham victory in this one, as much as I hate to say it, but, you know, you have to be honest, don't you? So then on Sunday as well, we've got West Ham against Arsenal. Massive game for both clubs. What probably may go in Arsenal's favour is that tonight West Ham have got a massive game, the first leg of the Europa League semi-final against RB Leipzig. So hopefully they will be a bit leggy and a bit tired after that. So hopefully that will help out the Gunners, but you never know. If West Ham have a good result, it might have West Ham really fired up and mean a massive boost to their confidence, but we'll see. But let's have a look at West Ham's last 5 home games, and they've been in quite impressive form, to be fair. They've drawn 1-1 with Newcastle. They won 1-0 against Wolves. They won 2-1 against Aston Villa, 2-1 against Everton, and drew 1-1 with Burnley. So they're unbeaten in their last 5 games at home. Their leading goal scorer this season is Jarrod Bowen. He scored 12 goals from 34 starts, and they're currently sat 7th in the table. Arsenal, on the other hand, their last 5 away games, they won 3-2 at Aston Villa, 3-2 at Watford, 1-0 at Aston Villa, 3-0 against Crystal Palace, 1-0 at Southampton, and they've won 4-2 at Chelsea. So a bit up and down, to be honest, hasn't it? So good win though against Chelsea. That was impressive. Bukayo Saka is now Arsenal's leading goal scorer. He scored 12 goals from 35 starts and 3 substitute appearances, and they currently sat 4th in the table. So, yeah, there you have it. What do I think is going to happen in this one? Who knows? You just never know. It's impossible to predict Arsenal's results, but if I had to, I'd say it would probably be a draw. Then we got Manchester United and Brentford, but before I do that, Carl Walsh has come in and he said, "Top man, Warren, you're welcome, mate. It's an absolute pleasure, mate. It's all facts what I was telling you people about your channel. It's going to be wild, and anything I can do to help you get the word out about it, I'm going to do it. So just let me know when it's gone live. Again, it's up and running again, and I will promote it for you. Right, so Manchester United against Brentford. Man United's last 5 home games. Well, they've been unbeaten in their last 5 at home. They've won 2-0 against Brighton. They drew 0-0 with Watford. They won 3-2 against Tottenham. Drew 1-1 with Leicester and won 3-2 against Norwich. The leading goal scorer is Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored 22 goals from 32 starts and 3 substitute appearances, and they're currently sat 6th in the table. Brentford, though, in their last 5 away games, they've lost 2-1 at Arsenal, they won 3-1 at Norwich, lost 2-1 at Leicester, won 4-1 against Chelsea, and won 4-1 against Chelsea and won 2-1 at Watford. Their leading goal scorer is Ivan Toney. He scored 14 goals from 30 starts and 3 substitute appearances, and they're currently sat in 12th. So this should be an interesting game, and it's one that United desperately need to win after losing that game at the Emirates at the weekend. So let's see what happens there. So in a minute, I'm going to talk to you about my predictions, but before we do that, let's have a look, see what's going on here. And Noah Nedwali says, big up, Warren fella. Hi, mate. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming and joining the chat. And Noah says, Man United 2-0. Fair play to you, mate. I could see that happening, definitely, because they need to get something out of that game. They really do. So let's have a look at my predictions for this weekend. So the first game of the day, Newcastle against Liverpool. I'm going for Liverpool to win that by 2-0. Norwich against Aston Villa against Norwich at Villa Park. I'm going for a 1-1 draw in that one. Then Southampton against Crystal Palace. I'm going for Palace to win by 2-1. Watford against Burnley. I think that's going to end in a 1-1 draw. Wolves against Brighton. I think that will be a 0-0 draw. Leeds against Manchester City. I think Manchester City will win that by 3-0. Everton against Chelsea. I think Chelsea is slightly going to edge it by 2-1. I think it'll be a hard game though, because Everton know that it's really getting down to the nitty gritty now, and they need to pull a win out of the bag, to be fair. Tottenham against Leicester. I think Tottenham will have too much for Leicester, and I can see them winning that game comfortably by 2-0. West Ham against Arsenal. If it wasn't for the fact of that Europa League game tonight, I think I'd be predicting West Ham to win it. But because in the game against Chelsea and in the game against United, I thought our defending was absolutely shocking. It really was. Although we won both games, and I'm absolutely delighted that we did, I thought our defending was shocking, and I can see West Ham exploiting that. But I think they might be a bit leggy and a bit tired, so I'm going for a 1-1 draw. And then Manchester United against Brentford, I can see Brentford winning it by 1-0. Brentford have been in very good form of late, and I was shocked about how poor United were, if I'm honest, at the Emirates Stadium. And I think they need a massive response this weekend. Otherwise, any hopes they had of getting in top 4, and I think they're gone, to be honest. But any hopes that they had will be definitely dead and buried otherwise. So there you go. Taib says Everton. I think Everton will win 1-0. Fair play to you, mate, and I really hope they do. It upsets me to see Everton down there like that, because they're a massive, massive club. They're the 5th in terms of trophy hauls and stuff like that. They're the 5th biggest club in this country, and seeing them on the verge of being relegated is terrible. And Craig Malloy says Everton and Burnley could come down to goal difference. Who goes down? Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I think it could well do. So Don't forget, everyone, there's a petition that I've got on the change.org website. If you don't want Arsenal giving Mikel Arteta a new contract, but if I'm perfectly honest, I think he's probably already signed it. But still, let's try our hardest to make sure that doesn't happen. Put some pressure on the club and ask them not to do that, because I don't think he's done anything at all to warrant a new contract. In fact, I think he should be sacked. His performance as manager, let's be honest, has not been good enough. And he's not good enough for this club. He never has been, and he wasn't the right appointment to start with. I mean, I'm sorry, but he wasn't. So anyway, let's talk about something else. And I want to big up the Laguna Claude Trust. There's a link for that in the description as well. Go and check out the work that they do. They help disadvantaged young children to be able to go to watch Arsenal at the Emirates stadiums in the best seats in the house, I might add. And so please go and check him out. Go and check that out and see what they're up to, because it's a really, really worthwhile charity, that's for sure. Now, I just want to shout out some big, important YouTube channels. What have we got here? We've got Arsenal Alex, DrawnByDre, the Aussie Gooner, Diesel Arsenal, Delboy Gunner TV. He's in the chat. Excellent channel, does excellent content. He's very passionate, and I just love where he broadcasts from. He bought a bar. He bought a house, and in the back garden there was this shed, and he's turned it into a bar. So fair play to him, and I love it. He broadcasts his channel out of there. It's superb stuff. He came on my channel the other day and spoke about his life as an Arsenal fan and watching football in general. We spoke for about 3.5 hours. So please go and check that out, because it's an absolutely fascinating story. The way he talks about Arsenal is amazing. And go and check that out, because it's really, really good. And then we got Arsenal, the History and More. That's Jez Collins' channel. And it's a brilliant channel. He talks about Arsenal and its history. He's doing a video tonight at 7 o'clock talking about the Herbert Chapman era. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant, brilliant piece of work that Jez is doing there, and it's really important. Jez is a lovely fella. Please go and check out his channel. And Delboy as well. On Friday night, I'll be going on Delboy's channel to talk to Jez and Delboy, and I think Kenny Ken's joining us as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Because last week we started to talk about the 1979-80 season, and we just spoke about the league campaign, didn't even get started on the cup competitions. So we're going to be finishing that off this week. We'll be talking about the FA Cup campaign that year. We'll be talking about the Cup Winners' Cup campaign, and also talking about the League Cup campaign. And there's some absolutely epic games in there. There really is. There's I'm not going to tell you any more about it, but come over to Delboy's channel. I think it's Thursday today, isn't it? Yeah. So come over to Delboy's channel tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Check that out, because it's going to be amazing. And then Gracie-Mae, she's a passionate young Arsenal fan. Please, please, please go and support Gracie. She done an excellent vlog the other day where she showed you about what she gets up to in her day-to-day life with all her schoolwork and everything else. So please go and show Gracie some love and check out her vlog, because And it just astounds me the knowledge that young woman has got and how well she speaks for someone so young about Arsenal. It's incredible. It really is. I wish when I was that age I was able to speak that well. I can't even speak that well now, let alone when I was 16 or wherever old it is that she is. Then NorthsideLdn, he's a really passionate Arsenal fan. Go and check him out because he just refuses to allow this club to rip him off. So fair play to him. Stephen Featley. Stephen talks about Arsenal and Formula One, and every single penny that he raises through his YouTube activities goes to support the Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So please, guys, go and check him out and see what he's all about. And he does excellent content as well. It's superb. And then last but not least, the one and the only, the legendary Carl Walsh. And his channel's called the Carl Walsh Arsenal channel. He's a straight-talking Arsenal fan. There's no filters with him. And with him, it's real talk only. And he just tells you how it is. He's absolutely superb. And I absolutely love the guy. Absolutely top man. Anyway, guys, that's all the channels. Go and check them out. The links for these channels are in the description. Please click on the link and for the one that you want to go and check out, or go and check them all out. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Give them a subscribe, a like, and a share. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And let them know it was me that you found out about them from. That'd be nice. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed talking to you. And yeah, I'm really sorry about the late start. It's really embarrassing. I'm really, really embarrassed. And I hope you all forgive me. Anyway, listen, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope I'll see a few of you on Jesse's channel later where he talks about the Herbert Chapman years, because that guy it's incredible. His story is absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. And again, I'm really sorry about the quality of the stream, and also about the fact I was so late. Yeah, Craig, I'll talk to you about that later, about Curtis. So yeah, Static, great show, Ron. He says, thank you very, very much. So yeah, thanks, mate. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Please remember to talk to each other, support each other, support your family, your friends, and your loved ones. And yeah, I hope you have a great time. And don't forget, please share some love and kindness around the world. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And don't forget, go and check out the Main Man show tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm absolutely buzzing for that. I can't wait. Jez, I promise I won't be 45 minutes late either. I'll be on time. Don't worry. I'm going to start getting ready in a minute to come and watch it. Let me tell you. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your day. It was great seeing you. Thanks for watching. And I look forward to seeing you all again really, really soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye for now.